All right, here we go. Another edition of the Knicks post-game live show. CP from KnicksFanTV. My man Jay Els from Nick of Time Show. Special guest once again. We got our guy CK2K in the building. Tonight is another edition of the Fan Mailbag, where we will be answering fan questions, phone calls from all over social media, all over the Twitterverse, wherever it's coming from. We're going to talk a little Knicks tonight. The quarantine stream is back up and running. Fellas, how you feeling tonight, man?
Healthy.
Good. Yeah, you know what? Good.
Can't top that.
Can't top that, JLs. Can't top that, man. You gotta be thankful for that. You know what I mean? My guy CK in the building with a fresh tape up. Holding out on us, JLs. Completely holding out on us, man.
Shout out to my pops for teaching me when I was young how to, tape your own head, because he said he always told me you would never know. And here we are, man. And I was lucky to get it in, you know what I'm talking about. But I can't do anything else. That's it. It's about all I got.
Hey, man, it's still doable. Still doable, man. Just a fresh tape.
Back in my day, when I had the short dude, I did my own joint.
Right.
And I ain't do the taper. I ain't do the taper.
Yeah.
I did the straight Caesar.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, man. So, salute to everybody in the chat. We hope you guys are healthy. Hope you guys are maintaining out there, all things considered. All right, fellas, let's get to the first question. So, first question is going to come from I Am Kotan off of Twitter. And he says, who would you guys like to see as the new president, as the new hire for President Leon Rose as GM and head coach? Which one? Who wants to take that one first? Who's your GM and your coaching pick?
Oh, GM and coach.
Oh, okay. I think we got the same answer for GM. We were talking about that a little bit pre-show. But coach, you can take it, Jay.
I'll say this for GM. Me and CK, we kind of had like a little talk behind the scenes. I still want to give Ninja P some run, to tell you the truth. Like I heard some crazy rumors, reports earlier that mentioned a trade that said what was the trade again? Randall.
Oh, the Randall for Terry Rozier. Randall and DSJ for Terry Rozier, Malik Monk, and a first-round pick. Randall, DSJ, and a first-round pick for Terry Rozier, Malik Monk.
Yes.
Which was
that was part of the trade.
Yeah, which is a completely horrible trade in my book. If he had anything to do with that, I want him gone. But I don't believe he did. I just don't. I can't see.
According to Begley, that there was some internal support for that trade. Now that smells like Mills to me.
That's what
Millie.
that's what I got.
If you ask me.
You and me both. Yep.
Exactly. I want to give him a chance to kind of stretch his wings without like a dude with bad decision-making capabilities over him. You know what I mean? I just want to let him go, see what he does, because he still seems very conservative. He still doesn't want to me, he seems like he doesn't want to overpay people.
Yes.
He doesn't want to give away too many young assets for people he can sign next year. I feel like that's his thought process, and not Steve Mills. So I want to keep him as a GM. Now, as far as coaching is the coaching question is harder for me, man. The coaching question is hard because I was very high on Miller to begin the season. I'm not completely gone on him, but I've been disappointed in the way he's run the team in the second half of the season, just because even though he's made certain moves to make the offense run better, it doesn't seem like he values spacing as much as I thought he should have. And with that being said, I kind of look at the Brooklyn coach as a viable
Atkinson.
Atkinson, who A, loves Frank, A, B, is a modern offense type of guy falling from the D'Antoni tree, and seems like he can be able to take a group of young guys and implement a system and kind of galvanize those guys. So I think as of now, strong on
Ninja P, Kenny Atkinson ticket. Okay. CK, where are you going right now?
Damn.
Where are you leaning towards right now?
Yeah, and I hate to piggyback, but I'm honestly, I got the same answer as JLS, unfortunately, because not unfortunately, but I'm not really adding anything different, because I agree. I feel like now that he's not under the shadow of Steve Mills and able to make a few more decisions, we can probably see him be a little bit more aggressive. And I feel like, like Jayla said, a big thing that he did that we have not seen with GMs in the past was he did a good job controlling our books. So we can complain all we want about some of the players that we've had. At least they're all under Knicks smart contracts rather than that player smart contract. So, they're all expendable, and, a lot of these guys are on 1 years and stuff like that. So, we can't forget to mention the drafts that we've had. I know you can say what you want to say about the Knox year for a lot of Knicks fans, but other than that, I feel like, he's gotten the drafts right. And I feel like this might be another one, especially since we have a few more picks. I want to see him now actually be able to fulfill what he said he wanted to do when he first got the job, and that was sort of run this team as that small organization type of blueprint and go from within. And I feel like with some of the moves he made, and the Elfrid Payton thing too, I know a lot of people were against that too, but at the same time, we were given the point guard that can at least do the job, regardless how you feel one way or another. So I don't really have anybody that I'm too crazy about that I really feel like that we can actually get at the GM. So I would stick with Scott Perry too. And Mike Miller to me too. I would still give him the thought. I'm glad we saw that report that Leon Rose was, he was warming up to him and he likes him, and I'm okay with it. If we bring him back, I'm cool with that as well. But like Jayla said, it was just, I felt like the rotations and the lack of space, it just got weird at a certain point. After we started the year so strong to 2020, even though 2020 was a rough year, we started the year strong coming into January, and then it's just somewhere in the sauce, it just got weird rotation wise and the way we were looking on offense. So that hurt me a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like he still is getting a good result because, we're unfortunately, but unfortunately, we're like at the 6th spot in the draft, meaning we're winning games. We shouldn't be winning games, but at least we know we can get production out of Mike Miller. But if it's not Mike Miller, I'm a fan of Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah,
he's what he did for Brooklyn. We can talk trash on Brooklyn all we want. What he did with the team that he was given at the time, and then making that trade for D'Angelo Russell when there were a bunch of 2nd-round guys, Dinwiddie, who was back and forth from teams.
Joe Harris.
Joe
Harris. Yep.
And he did a good job with all those players. So, and big fact, love Frank. So, and that would also come to if we draft like a Killian Hayes or somebody like that with the 6th pick. I think I would what's it called? I'd feel safe with him running whoever we have at point guard. So
okay,
that's what
I agree with you guys on the Kenny topic. Listen, he was known as a point guard whisperer when he was here on the D'Antoni. He was here when Lynn started going off. Yep. A lot of guys, even Shumpert, you heard some older Shumpert interviews, was highly touting him when he was with the Knicks and when he went to the Nets. So I would be on board with an Atkinson pick. I'm with you, CK. Miller's rotations, it just seemed like a lot of the decisions were still coming from the top.
Yeah.
It just seems like some of his rotations, it was kind of like his hands were tied, so to speak. Yeah. X's and O's wise, I thought they executed a lot better under him than Fizz. We know that. I thought his X's and O's were way better from a defensive standpoint as well. So I would be open for Miller, but I would definitely explore Atkinson.
Agreed.
As far as the GM, I know, the thing with Perry is like, it just seems like a lot of these moves had Mills written all over it. And so it was really hard to know how great Perry is as a GM without, you know what I mean? So I want to see, I would be open to keeping him and seeing how him and Rose work together. Yeah. And first of all, with the way this season ended so abruptly, and it was Perry's team that's out there scouting the players and so on and so forth, maybe he does get retained for next season. I'm not so sure, but I'd be open to giving Perry a little bit longer of a stay just to see how he, rounds out this roster. Obviously, free agency wasn't a good gauge. But if you look at the draft, yes, the lottery picks of Knox is going to be questionable for a little while. RJ was, it was what it was. You're going to pick RJ with the 3rd pick. If you had the 2nd pick, you probably go John Morant. And obviously, if you had the 1st one, you go with Zion. I think the thing is is that the value picks in the middle to late rounds. You know, picking up Mitch, picking up Isozo, who didn't play, picking up Iggy, who, as we said last week, Spencer was pretty high on. Iggy's been tearing it up in the G League. Second round pick. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But I'll be open to retaining both with Atkinson right there. I would love to bring Atkinson in for an interview. Now, tonight it was announced that Elton Brand could be a potential GM candidate. So Elton Brand, who's the current general manager of the Sixers, he was hired by the Sixers in 2018. Brought in Jimmy Butler, brought in Tobias Harris. Those guys, Jimmy Butler ultimately leaves. He trades for Josh Richardson, brings in Horford. Hasn't really worked out the way they wanted it to. I think Horford's washed. That was probably a mistake on their part. So Elton Brand's resume is still being written, but you know that's another name that we're hearing right now. Yeah, that's another name, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. CP from KnicksFanTV in here. My man JL's from Nick of Time Show in here. And CK2K's in the building. This is another episode of the Fan Mailbag where we're taking your questions. We're going to take some phone calls in a bit. And in a couple minutes, we're going to announce our favorite Carmelo Anthony moments. I came across this on Twitter. I think it was Slam Magazine or something that had brought it up. MSG and NBA TV have been playing all the classics. So I figure we'll take some portion of the show to talk about, you know, what were some of our favorite Mellow moments as a Knick, and hopefully we get to hear from you guys as well. So we took a Twitter comment. Let's go to the phones and see what people on the phones got to say. First up, let's go to Will from LI. Will, how you feeling, man?
Yo, Will.
Yo, Will.
Will, how you feeling, man? Hello?
Yeah. Just turn down your phone, Will.
Will, can you hear me?
My bad.
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Yeah,
We good now.
It sounds scratchy, but my bad. I was listening to the TV.
Okay.
Because I couldn't hear anybody else's phone. You guys hear a clicking sound? That's just me.
No, that could be the connection, but it could be the switchboard connection. But we hear you fine.
Yeah, I don't know if he can hear us. Can you hear me,
Okay,
Will?
Okay.
I don't think Will can hear me, man.
Yeah, I can hear you.
He can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right, so we're good. Mm-hmm. So my bad, because I was a little bit behind. I was like 2 or 3 seconds behind. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about, well, first off, shout out to all you guys for all the content you guys putting out in these rough times. Mm-hmm. First off, also shout out to CK2K for the lineup, because my hair looking rough right now. It's looking real rough. It's hard out here, man.
It's hard out here,
but,
man.
You know, I don't know what you did. You did it yourself. You got your bottle, but, you know, shout out to you.
Me, man. CK2K also, original over here.
Shout out to the content you guys are putting out, especially the draft content.
Appreciate it, bro.
Because of you guys' content, especially you guys, the video you put out, I forgot the person that you brought on, but he really knew his stuff. My stock on Killian Hayes has really rose up, where it was basically nothing. Probably been watching you guys' videos, so really good stuff. Obi Toppin too. But I want to talk about Lamella versus Anthony Edwards, and I saw the video you put out, you know, recently about Anthony Edwards. Listen, man, I'm worried about the fit with him and RJ. Like, they both do similar things, even though Anthony Edwards relied more on his jump shot versus RJ that drives to the hole. But I just still think the seamless fit is Lamella, and I get it. Like, talent over everything. If we get the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick, depending on, you know, what happens with Golden State and all of that, you know, I feel like you can go Anthony Edwards, but I still don't feel bad if we get LaMelo Ball. I just think the kid is too talented. He's 6'8", still growing. You know, he could be like 6'10" by the time he fully grows out. You know, he's a little. He can put on some weight. He's like 180 something. You know, put on 20 pounds of muscle. You know, and then I just feel like off the jump you're gonna have an advantage against a lot of the guards in the NBA when you have a point guard that's that tall, that's 6'8", might be 6'10". So, you know, I just wanted to say on that, you know, I'm pushing on the LaMelo wave. You know, that's why I just want to leave on that. But I'm going to let you guys get back to it, man. Good work as always.
Appreciate it, Will.
Appreciate you, bro.
CK, LaMelo's your guy, man. You've been a LaMelo guy for a minute.
Yeah. God, and that's the thing too, because I think he was really talking about like if we did have that one or two and both Edwards and Lamella on the board, a lot of people are saying that Anthony Edwards is the guy. Personally, yeah, I mean, no secret here. I would go with Lamella over. I understand all the upside with Anthony Edwards. I do believe. I do think that him and RJ actually would fit well together, because I think one of the main things he did say was the fact that RJ is one of the guys that wants to go more attack the rim, and Anthony Edwards is really good at making a shot and shooting over people. So I feel like that would actually work out better. But I mean, yeah, he nailed it on the head. To me, it's just too hard to give up on. If we have the opportunity to get LaMelo Ball, to me, it's way too hard to give up on that opportunity.
So you're saying if the deck was even, number one pick, you're going LaMelo over Anthony Edwards if the draft was tonight?
I'm saying I would go. Yeah, I'm saying I would do that. Yeah. I feel like it's close enough for that. That is, I mean, people are already talking about LaMelo being a possible number one pick, so I don't think it's that insane to think that. Both of them have their flaws. I guess one looks more NBA ready, which is very true, and Anthony Edwards for sure.
Yeah.
But I just that's hard, man. That's hard for me to pass on LaMelo, especially when he does fit. And you always go talent over fit, but at the same time, when you got both, I mean, I would take that shot.
JLs, how you feeling as we've gone through some of our draft talks and analysis? How you feeling?
I think I would still go Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't, if the Knicks did pull some stuff and we ended up by some miracle of God getting the one and we drafted Lamella, I wouldn't like throw anything.
Yeah. you wouldn't cry like the kid, right?
Yeah, I would. It wouldn't be like a meme of me anywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, cool. Well, let's roll. He fits.
Yeah,
and he could be better. He could be a better fan anyway, and he can still possibly an all-star and a difference maker for his team. So I wouldn't exactly be crying, but I would still go Anthony Edwards.
I think that's fair.
I think I'm still gonna go best player available wherever it's at. So if it's one, I gotta go Edwards first. I would have to go Edwards first, even though the fit with RJ is very questionable. Edwards didn't shoot the ball very well. Yeah. Still, obviously he's flawed. All right, all these guys are flawed. We know that. And number one, they're very young, so that's expected. But I think again, when you're going off of potential, I think I got to go with Edwards first as the best player available. LaMelo, obviously, I love his playmaking skills. I love his vision. I think his shot can come around once he improves his decision making. But I got to go with the talent first in Edwards, and maybe I get a value pick at the point at 25.
Yep.
Maybe they trade up, which is less likely. I don't think they will, given that they haven't seen a lot of these kids as thoroughly as they would like to.
Yep.
So if all things are considered, I would lean Edwards first.
Yeah.
But I get that. I hear it.
But you never know too with Perry with the scouting team. You know what I mean? Because they drafted Mitch and he didn't play a single game. They just go
good points
off of tape.
Yeah.
So if something like that happens, where there's like some guy who's injured or forgoes playing in the shortened league, you might pick that up.
Yeah. I just say as much as yes, we need a point guard in the worst way. I'm all for it. I'm all on board with it. I think we're also lacking talent in a major way.
Correct.
You know what I mean? We're lacking talent in a major way. So I think something's got to give. Something's got to give, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting debate still. Salute to Will for calling in. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. We got about 300 people watching on YouTube. Salute to you guys watching on Facebook as well. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channels. KnicksFanTV, CK2K, the Nick of Time show. Still rolling through with that Nick talk, even though we have no idea when the season's going to pick back up, fellas. Now I read Berman's article saying that potentially they're looking at picking things back up in June.
Yeah.
No fans. Getting to the 70 game mark and starting the playoffs right then and there. And we'll see, man. We'll see. I still don't see it happening, but
Yeah.
It seems like they're hell bent on having a champion this season.
Yeah. All right, we'll see.
Hoping, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Mellow, man, let's get to our Mellow, because there's a lot of callers that want to chime in on this Mellow topic. So let's unveil our favorite Mellow moments, and then let's hear from some fans. CK, I'll start with you, man. What was your favorite Mellow moment? Anytime when he was a Knick or whatever. What was your favorite Mellow moment?
Oh, well, no, I think it sticks, and it was I know I'm not gonna say because it might be one of your sons won't say it, but my favorite all time moment. Carmelo Anthony, I'm gonna stick to him in the Knicks jersey, was April 8th, 2012 against the Chicago Bulls, the double game winner is what I call it, because he hit two of them. Yes, the Easter game, yes, and he hit two of them, and he got the one that sealed the deal. Man, that I just remember where it was. I remember watching that entire game while it was happening, because I was at work and nobody was coming in. I used to work at a pizza spot. Nobody was coming in because it was Easter. But I was loving that game. I was loud as hell behind the counter, and because luckily it was on ESPN. So, man, that game will forever be one of my favorites. It was just one of those moments where you just, like, I felt like, because the Bulls used to kill us.
They had our number, man. That D Rose team would crush us, man.
All the time.
They would demoralize. They would just eat our lunch.
Every single time we saw them. And even in that game, we had such a hot start in that game.
Yeah.
And the Bulls still managed to take a huge lead on us, to us having to come back in that situation. Yeah, that game will forever be my favorite game. And just in an era that of Knicks basketball, post 90s Knicks basketball, is just where we had some enjoyment. It was just an all-around fun time. And that's for sure my favorite.
Especially when they came few and far between, man. I mean, like we said, this team has had our number during that Thibodeau Rose era, Noah and Dang and Taj and Jimmy Butler and Kirk Heinrich coming off the bench, scrapping us, and they would just kill us, man. 91-88, we're down by 3. JL, it's 20 seconds left. We put D Rose on the line for free throws, and anybody that knows D Rose knows that's his Achilles heel. Back from the Memphis game or Kentucky.
Yeah,
but man, gives it to Mello, hits the 3 over Taj. They force it into overtime. Tyson Chandler on a pivotal possession gets that typical Tyson Chandler tip out.
Yes,
he was always
the entire play.
Rebounds.
He was always good for those.
Yeah, he did. Those counted as rebounds, bro.
Yeah, he was always good for that classic tip out. Always had a knack for that, and gets it out to Mello again, who this time hits it over Luol Deng in the same spot. Man,
we got 3 threes in that possession.
3
Mello,
threes,
JR, and then Mello finally hit the last one for sure. Yeah. Oh man, I love that game.
Yeah, man. JLs, what was your memories of that game?
And just. My memory is the heart attack of it too, because
facts.
Because let's be clear, the shots Melo took wasn't like basketball rate.
That double clutch falling away on the. I know what you're talking about, man. He had some rough shots that entire game.
Yeah. So in my mind, I was on my
yeah.
For real, man. For real. Yeah, I'm going to go with, so I had 2. I didn't get the highlights for one in time, but I had 2. One of them was definitely during the Knicks tape year, the 50-point game against the Heat. One of many. We first off, we started that year off by beating the crap out of the Heat on opening night. I was at that game. And obviously, with that Heat hatred still in my blood, especially with hating LeBron, and we destroyed him. But this game was in Miami.
Yep.
And Mello, now it was no LeBron, no D Wade, but 50 points in 40 minutes, 18 and 26 from the field, 7 of 8 from downtown, all jumpers. Shane Battier was talking trash.
Yep.
Talking trash about Mello, hated Shane Battier too, and so that was my game, man. That 50-point outing was just a classic Mello in his bag, and one of the many tough moments for Knicks tape, man. Knicks tape had a great run, man. I missed that team, and they went out They went out to Indy, man. But that Knicks Heat game was one of mine. And then my second one was Knicks Celtics.
Damn, yo, CP, you killing me.
My fault.
Oh no! See, that's why I don't want to have two.
Not from Knicks tape era. Not from Knicks. This one was game. This was a loss, but this was
the
game
loss. Okay. I know
of the 2010 playoffs. This was game 2 when he first got there.
Yeah.
And we lose Stat. Stat was on his, like, you know, his back was messed up. You know, he's doing the 360s on the layup line, and he's all
Bills was still good.
Yeah. Yep. So we had just lost a tough game 1 where I feel like the Celtics had cheated again. Mm-hmm. And game 2, it was all eyes on Mellow. Can he win a big game? You know, what are they gonna do? It was the Celtics juggernaut on the road, 42 points. 17 rebounds, 6 dimes, and 2 blocks from Mellow.
This is the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
This is the playoffs.
He's out there running with Tony Douglas, Ronnie Turiaf, Billy Walker. I mean, against the Celtics, the championship Celtic team. And Mellow just goes in his bag and lights up the whole team. He relied on Jared Jeffries to get him home, take us home. Bad move. Okay, bad move.
Yeah.
You know, we're down 3, 96-93. Couldn't close with Jeffries, but that was just remarkable performance by them.
Yeah, man.
42-17 with 6 dimes, man. Was that the game you were talking about, JL?
No.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. I'm on you now. Go ahead, bro.
Because I was including like the whole 54 win.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
And I got pissed because the Celtics was like, well, you kind of already alluded to the 50-point game in Miami, which is during that year, so that's fine. I'll let you have that. So I was going to highlight that game, but you got that already at school. But anyway, just that year in general, he was like third in MVP voting. He was on his Mellow game, averaged 28.7 a game, and the team was actually better when he was on the floor. I think they were like 8 points better. He was on the floor. Everybody always complained about the defense. The team was actually a great defensive team. And Mellow was just kind of clicking on all cylinders. It was almost like he was shooting 37% from 3. He was back to that all-star game Mellow, where he just picked his spots correctly and
picking everyone apart. Yeah.
And I wanted to cap that off with that Celtics win because everybody knows I hate the Celtics. One of my best friends was the Celtics fan.
Yikes.
And on top of that, there was a girl I was dating at the time, and she was the Celtics.
Oh, no.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. Needless to say, that didn't work out.
Good job, JLs. Good job. Way to pick him. Way to
go, dog.
But anyway, the highlight of that year for me is even though we lost to the Pacers, we beat the Celtics in the first round. Yeah. And I hated it because Paul Pierce always killed us. So for us to beat the Celtics finally and be their demise and have Mellow drop 36 points a game, have Shump start hitting threes and going crazy, and Steve Novak, it was great for me, man.
It was a relief, man. It was a relief. Yes. It was a relief that we could get over that hill, man.
Yeah. And I was relentless with the trolling dude. I was wearing all black. It was like, it's the Celtics funeral today.
Yeah, remember they did that, and then they almost messed around and lost the series.
Yup, and almost lost the damn series.
JR came in all black. Jay Crowder. It seemed like it was falling off, you know? Yep. We were trying to get out of that series as healthy as possible. Yeah. And I mean, listen, I think it all started with Mellow at the 4, man. Just having Mellow at the 4, surrounding him with shooters. You had Novak, you had Kidd, who was a 3-point shooter. You had JR, who was a 3-point shooter. Prigioni could hit it. Felton was capable. Shumpert was capable. You know, you had Copeland coming off the bench shooting threes. You know, it was just perfectly built. The bigs, all defenders. Tyson Chandler, Defensive Player of the Year. Sheed. Kenyon Martin, Kurt, you had Marcus Camby. Everybody just had that same mindset. You know, everybody was just a dog on that team.
That team was actually full of dogs. Yeah, that one was legit filled with dogs, man. Yeah, that team was fun, man.
And it like brought back like a lot of our signature. It's like, you want to see Kurt Thomas is back?
Yeah.
Marcus is back?
Yeah, Marcus Camby. Yes.
It's a good year, man.
Killing with the 15-footers.
That 54-win team was a good year, man. A lot of people say the 62-point game should have been up there. I liked it. I'm kind of hating because I missed that game. I'm still kind of tight that I missed that game. But it was against the Bobcats too. Like,
and
you know,
it wasn't exciting. Like he did it. No, it was like a good. It was a moment in Knicks
killing them.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I was just like, all right, what is he gonna do? It was, I don't know why. Yeah. It didn't pull me.
Yeah.
Nope.
That one didn't really get me that much, man. But still good feats. It's still a good feat, man. So.
I'm just glad I'm not alone because everyone would rave about that game. Like all Knicks fans and friends I talked to, like they rave about that game. And I'm glad that you guys feel this because I was like, yeah, it was dope. Like, but we were killing them and it just felt so like even though he was getting his buckets out there, it just felt so lackluster going all the way up to the 62nd point. But yeah, man, it was huge though. Historical moment though.
Big time, man. So yeah, that's our list. Let us know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the chat. What was your favorite Mellow moment? Yeah, we know it didn't translate to many wins. But you know what? In this time with no hoops, we're going into the archives, man. We're going into the archives and talking about our favorite memories and starting with Mellow. So let us know what you thought, about Mellow's days. And let's get back to the phones. Let's go to JJ from Brooklyn. JJ, what was your favorite Mellow moment, man?
Yo, what's good, fellas? How's everything?
Good. How you doing, bro?
That's good, man.
Hanging in there, man. My aunt, man, she has a virus, and they don't know if she's gonna last much longer, man. And my older brother, his coworkers, a couple of his coworkers have it, so I don't know if he has it, but he's in self-quarantine for a couple of weeks, so it's been rough the last few days, man. But
damn, hang in there, bro.
Doing you guys do, having this great show, man. It helps take your mind off things for a little bit, man.
Appreciate it, man. Anything we could do, man. Hope everything goes well for you guys, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But, I just want to talk about Mellow. You've actually stole my favorite Mellow moment. It was in the loss against Boston. If Jeffries catches that pass, it's the right play. You know what I mean? He would have got a stat. He would have 42, 17, 6.
Made the right play, man. Made the right play.
That was my favorite moment, favorite Mellow moment right there. And then, can I make a draft point real quick?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, cool. Thanks. I was looking at the draft and I was looking, I was thinking if we could trade up, not in the top 10. I'm saying if we could trade back into maybe the mid-teens and try and get one of those knockdown shooters. There's 3 of them that I was looking at. One is Aaron Naismith. He shot like 52% from 3 before he got hurt in like 20-something games. And then there's one, Saddiq Bey. He shot 46% from 3. And then there's a guy, I forgot his last name, Vessel. He shot 42% from 3, and they're all great, like 3-and-D guys. So if we could maybe package a Randall and a Knox, who I'm really not a fan of at all, maybe the Clippers pick. I don't know how far you can get giving up those 3 things, but I would try and get, around pick 16, 17-ish, if we could do that. And get one of those shooters. That's.
Okay. I appreciate it. Hey, listen, we definitely need some shooters. Again, I'm not sure in terms of trading down.
Never been a fan of that.
Where you can really go, right?
I think he's talking about trading up. I think he's talking about
trading up from 25.
Second first round pick. Oh, okay.
Trading up for 25.
Packaging our second.
With some of the established players. I got you.
With an established player. To me, Randall, that's too. You're not going to trade a 3-and-D guy for a guy who can get you buckets on his own. I feel like that might be too rich. So I wouldn't do that. Maybe if this is a guy who you're not going to re-sign anyway, maybe you do that and see if they go for it.
Yeah. CK, where are you at on that?
I think we said it last week when we were talking about this. I'm not crazy about, especially in that situation, trading up from like the 21st pick to going to teams. I mean, it'd be ideal. I do like Saddiq Bey. I'm glad he mentioned him. I don't know. I don't know what we're moving to do something like that. I mean, yeah, like JL said, maybe one of these guys that that their contracts are about up anyways. We can throw it out there, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at some of these teams, within lottery, I mean, is Portland a potential? Portland's sitting at 14 right now.
Yeah.
I don't see, the thing is that when you're trying to give a team an established player for a draft pick, it has to be a team that, like a Celtics that just has a bevy of picks that, they don't necessarily need that, and they could use a veteran presence rather than another young guy. But when you're talking about rebuilding teams that are, consistent lottery teams, they're going to be looking to continue to build and try to get lucky. Mm-hmm. I don't see anybody really pulling a Randall trade, or nobody wants our guys. Let's for lack of a better word.
I don't think that's true. I don't think trading Randall is such like as hard as everybody, or not everybody, as you think it is, man. Like,
you don't think so?
Nah, he's not. I feel like we're undervaluing him because we lost a lot. Well, I feel like a lot of his problems have to do with the fit of our team and less with the talent. You know what I mean?
Like, I agree on the fact that I feel like he is getting killed a little bit more than he should be. I'm with you on that. But I in that same breath, though, why was that Hornets trade not accepted? Because that honestly was a win for the Hornets if they had made that trade. They should have accepted that.
I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't accepted. I don't know
on their end.
I don't know if somebody else was like pulled out the last second, if it was us or them.
Maybe us, yeah. Hopefully us. I would hope there was somebody smart.
Who knows what MJ's thinking, man? He still got Cody Zeller over there, man. You can't trust MJ, man. You can't trust him.
Because if I'm the Celtics, I'm taking that deal. If I'm the Hornets, I'm taking
the Hornets. Yeah.
Oh yeah, instantly. I won't even hang up the phone.
Hey, I'm not consulting with nobody. Maybe the first rounder was the deal breaker. Maybe Dolan said, "I'm not doing it," and maybe they hung up. Maybe MJ tried to fleece him and he hung up on him.
Okay.
Never know, man.
Maybe more on our side than the Hornets. Yeah. Is what you're saying. Okay.
Never know. I don't know.
Hopefully.
So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Definitely want to let's shout out some people here, man. Jay's Official, what's going on? We got No Dice 414. He says the Hornets should have done it. The first round that killed the deal. Frank Melville, what's going on? He said that was Steve Mills. Yeah, definitely smells
we
like
all in
Mills.
Agreement. Yeah.
Who else we got in here? Don Day, how you feeling? JL, so you want to shout out in your chats, man?
Yo, shout out to the Maz, shout out to Craig Williams, man. Shout out to Fritz, shout out to John Talento, shout out to Gad Candelario, shout out to you. And Winston Ellis, my cousin, my fake cousin, shout out to you, Winston Ellis. And Will from LI was holding me down too. Shout out to Will from LI.
Yeah, always, man. Always. CK, who you want to shout out, man?
Oh man, as always, shout out to those that are supporting everybody. I know I see my man Pranav in there. That's always in my comments as well. See Tribe, bro. A lot of guys. Shout out to everybody that's coming in here and going through whatever we can find in this time of lack of basketball with us, going through this with us.
100%, man. And you guys heard JJ from Brooklyn, everybody in the chat sending their well wishes. JJ, a lot of people is impacted, whether directly or through 6 degrees of separation. You know somebody, you heard somebody that's been impacted by it. So just like I say, you just got to tread lightly yourself, take care of yourself and your family, and hopefully, this thing passes. Hopefully this thing passes. Man. So
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, hopefully. Man, sooner rather than later. We got a super chat. Couple super chats came in. We got one from Bad Book 1. Salute to Bad Book 1. He says, hope everyone's families and friends are healthy. I agree with CP talent first. So Anthony Edwards. Thanks CK2K for the bad memory. And I think he's a Bulls fan. He's a Bulls fan. So
sorry, bro. We needed one, dog. We just needed one moment. You had enough of them. All right, let's have that one.
The whole 90s.
I can't talk to the Bulls fan, man. I can't talk to the Bulls fan, man. They ran the whole 90s, and they get a little agitated because we hit back-to-back threes. Just let us have some fun.
Let us have something, bro.
I had plenty of memories on that court. Just let us enjoy that one.
Yeah. Yo, question, CP.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember you talked about the Celtics moment with the big games at the end? Did y'all hear about how at the end of the playoff series, like the last game, Chauncey Billups and those guys ignored the coach's defensive schemes because it was like, D'Antoni, you don't know defense.
What? What'd you hear that? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
I remember that random tidbit back when I was watching.
I believe it.
Yeah, there was like they was pissed because they was claiming that the defensive schemes didn't work. So D'Antoni would call one play, And then afterwards, Chauncey and them would have their own little meetings. Like, this is what we're doing on defense.
This is the real play.
I believe that.
I think I did hear that, J. Ellis, man.
Does anybody remember that?
We should get Chauncey on the show, man. We need answers.
That would be dope. That would definitely. I hated that amnesty. I always will hate that amnesty.
It's a bad move, man. But yeah, I mean, let's be honest. They were never going to.
Chauncey was hurt right after that. He didn't.
I know, but still, like, whatever.
It is, man.
Like, he retired. He played like 2 games for the past 3 seasons after we amnestied him.
Yeah, he was pretty much broken down at that point. Yeah. Still a good leader. Still a good veteran leader.
Yeah, I would load that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We also got a super chat from Shane Mack from Jersey. Shane Mack says his favorite Mellow moment was Mellow and stat game against the Heat. I'm with CK with that Bulls game. I was at that game. He says, man. Shouts to Ron Cleveland. So he's talking about the Knicks Heat game where they were down like 3-0, about to get swept, and they won the last game at the Garden, and they started throwing the confetti down.
Yeah.
I was a little embarrassed about that.
I know. Like, I was hyped, but then when the confetti did not help. That did not help.
I was a little embarrassed about that one,
Very
man.
much
But
so,
still happy for the win. But yeah, I was a little embarrassed about that one. Because I was really like, man, just end this thing already. I was really tight.
I know. It's like, we gotta watch one more. And that other game too. That's when everybody started breaking down.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I was waiting for Lynn to come back. I was like, come on, Lynn, you can heal.
Terrible.
I was scurrying Pro Sports Daily looking for Lynn news.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Those are some rough days against the Heat. Man. Days against the Heat, man.
Oof.
Who else we got in here? Where's everybody from? Throw your cities in the chat. Let us know where you guys are watching from, and we'll shout you guys out. Keith Sinclair in the chat said, what do we think about the Elton brand rumors? I mean, honestly, he doesn't really have a resume to stand on that much. You know, I can't really say whether it would be a good deal or a bad deal.
Well, me and CK was talking about this beforehand, pre-production, and I told CK I'm scared. I'm scared.
Wait, what exactly are you scared about in terms of Elton Brand, or?
Yeah, because it's like he comes in here, he's like, all right, I don't have a lot of. He comes in here saying, I do not have a lot of experience, so I want to get a GM that has a lot of experience, and then gets Elton
Brand, yeah. Who's officially been a GM for 2 years? I mean, I know he's been with the organization, but he was officially their GM, about 2 years, maybe 3 years?
Mm-hmm. So 2018 he came in.
2018, right? So,
So logically to me that this doesn't make sense already.
Yeah.
And then I see how like super aggressive he is. So I can see him coming in and just be like, trading all our picks for who God knows who.
Well, I mean, for the aggressive standpoint, you could kind of understand it because you have your 2 pillars. You have Embiid and Simmons.
Right.
You know, you just have Butler. You just signed Tobias.
That's the big one right there, though. Like they went after Tobias before even talking to Jimmy. Like and then the Al Horford thing, like you mentioned at the top of the show, like the aggressiveness. I think that is something that is probably a positive, but it's just what he did with the aggression. I don't know. I'm scared too. I'll say that.
Maybe it could be a positive at the right time. I don't think we don't need that. We have to. I don't think we should be aggressive just yet, but I can just see people just trying to make a name for themselves because in New York, you know what I mean? Like I get my name popping.
So I'm just looking at his history. He was a player development consultant for the Sixers in 2016. Rose up the ranks quickly, they said. So that's pretty much it. I'm looking at. He says really.
What do you think about it, CP?
I can't call it really one way or the next because, like I said, I haven't seen what moves he's made or has he worked under a regime that has made certain draft picks or certain deals. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's still such a short resume. I can't really lean one way or the next on it, to be honest.
I think that's my biggest problem with it, is this a short resume. So you have a guy, Leon Rose, who has a short resume, and then you bring in another guy who has a short resume. And like the guy who possibly loses his job and the guy in Scott Perry has more experience than Elton Brand does.
Yeah.
It's like moving backwards.
Yeah.
It is. It is, man. But the Bondi article also said that that Rose has interviewed the Cavs capologist. I forget the name, but he was an executive in the Cavs front office that they interviewed. Yeah. So clearly he's looking for some expertise there. They're trying to bring a capologist on. We did hear Bobby Marks' name being tossed around by Berman. So clearly Rose is trying to fortify his team in the areas where he is deficient. So
yeah.
Bobby Marks got to stop hating on us before he get a job with us. So I'm gonna say that.
I agree with that.
Going on ESPN talking reckless about us for the past few years, man.
Well, he's just following the narrative. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's
that's
facts.
Tone
the company line.
That's facts. That's facts.
Back to the phones. Let's go to Jersey. Steve's with us. Wants to talk draft and Mellow. Steve, how you doing, man? Hello. Yo, what's up, bro? All right, we'll put Steve on hold. I'm not sure what's up with Steve. Kev from North Carolina. Kev, what's going on, man?
What's up? Y'all hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, bro. Good.
What's up, y'all? I'm going to be real quick with my points. So, first off, Lamella is the pick. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
The second of which, CP, I want to say that I think you got mad old heads in the chat, yo, because I think they be on that old head mindset, man. You got mad people in the chat talking about Lamella's a buzz, Obi Top, and everyone else is a buzz. This dude Lamella's too skinny or whatever. These the same dudes that last year, after a couple bad games, was calling Trae Young a bust. Now this dude averages 30 or 10 and started for the All-Star game. I just want to say this: a point guard league. You need a dynamic point guard, and I believe Lamella's that dude, and he can make a lot of people better on this team. That's all I got to say. Appreciate y'all.
Okay. Appreciate the call, Kev. Quick call. I don't know. I think the chat is a little mixed. I think, you got some younger cats. I think you have some older. I just think, listen, it's hard. Again, it's hard to really get a gauge on these guys, especially the one and dones. You have very little to go off of to see how they would translate at the next level. You know, everybody gets them wrong. Even your GM gets them wrong. So at the end of the day, you just gotta. It's a lot of luck, man. There's a lot of luck involved in this thing, bro.
That's a fact.
That is facts.
No one's perfect when it comes to this drafting thing, man.
Yeah,
it's hits and misses. Hits and misses.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with him 100% with Mellow. It's definitely a point guard league. We need somebody that's gonna get this team in order. Again, the shooting is a little bit, concerning. The shooting, again, is a little bit concerning from the perimeter because it's like, do you have just a better Peyton out there? Or can he really be dynamic to the point where his offense is also respectable?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's a long-term thing. And right now, I think right away, it's going to be something of suspect. I think it's going to be a little bit better than we expect. But that's definitely going to be something that's long term. That, as you said, long term probably get it figured out. But right away, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, man. All right, let's go back to Steve. See if he woke up. Steve, you with us, man? Steve from Jersey. How you feeling, bro?
Hello.
Yo, what's up, bro? All right, yeah, we're gonna X out Steve. I don't know where he's. I'm not sure where he's at. Jay Boogie, Steve. What's good, man? Jay Boogie, redeem us. So what's going on, bro? Yo.
Bug.
Yo, what's good with y'all? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, bro. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing all right. How everybody doing, man? Everybody staying healthy. That's good, man. I really can't hear y'all, the connection, but I'm just going to, voice my opinion real quick and get it over with.
Yeah.
It's a big difference between Barrett and that boy Edwards in Alabama. That boy can go left. That boy can go right. That guy got a mid-range. He got a long distance. He'll dunk on you. He can get it in transition. He can get it in half court. It's a big difference for him. I like R.J. Barrett, but he's more of a facilitator. That boy's a pure scorer. He's going to tear the league down very soon at 6'5", with a 40-inch vertical. I told y'all before, he's like Mitch Richmond, a 2000 version of him. He's coming. But if we could get our hands on Mellow, I would not, be upset because I do know we need a point guard. But my favorite Carmelo situation is is when that boy Rocky Balboa bought Baltimore, and he had all them young kids. A lot of these guys, they scared to go back to their neighborhoods, but that man went back to his neighborhood in the toughest times and had the whole city hugged up behind him. That's why Mello get a lot of love, you know what I'm saying, that we really don't know. It's a lot of people in the league that be hating on Mello on the low, you know what I'm saying? True. And I felt real bad about LeBron not even pulling him on that all-star team this year, and he part of the banana boat, knowing that this might be his last year, and he could have been an all-star player, and he could have picked that man. Nobody would have said nothing. They respected that man.
And they went and got Mello. They went out and got Deion Waiters, man. They went out and got Deion Waiters. Had they brought Mello in from last year when they should have.
Prince. How many of us have them?
Not even LeBron was believing in Mello, man.
Nope. Yep.
Come on, man. Appreciate the
And
call,
you saw him hooping with Portland and imagine down that Lakers squad. Like, I'm almost glad that he wasn't, because then I would have to be liking him on the Lakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's right. That's fine. They got Dudley, though.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah, listen, Mello. Wait, what'd you say, JL?
I said that's fine. They got Dudley, though.
Yeah. Now you got bum ass Jared Dudley. So how about that? How about that, man? LeBron hating on his own boy, Tribal Jiggle, man. That pissed me off, man. Mello should have been on that team from last year.
I just thought of another Mello moment. Man.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it, man.
It's just not even him per se. It was just the moment of him playing in the Garden, and they played the "I'm Coming Home" intro.
Oh yeah,
that was hard. That was hard. Yeah.
The first time it was dope.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, I'm a basketball fan. I'm watching this. I'm like, am I about to tear up?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a thug. I can't be crying.
He was not allowed to lose that game.
Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks, man.
He was not allowed to lose that game.
Nope.
That was a great memory. Listen, we all knew the trade wasn't the best. Yeah, I looked at it like, not the greatest. I did like Mozgov, Danilo was my guy.
Not Mozgov, not Danilo and Wilson.
Bro, I know.
Wilson, I was a delusional Wilson fan too.
Me too.
I was a delusional Wilson fan.
As
well,
I was too, bro.
Yeah.
I was too.
Absolutely. But listen, we had some good memories of Mello here, man. That's the bottom line. So
that's a fact.
So we did our all bum team. We did our Mellow moments. What do you guys want to see us talk about in terms of retro or whatever? Any type of Knicks countdown, top 10 list moments, favorites, worse. Let us know. Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the chat. And maybe we'll make this a regular thing, man. We'll salute to my guy my girl Fro Magnum, aka Sam from Knicks Twitter. She helped throw these highlights together very last minute, so I definitely appreciate her. And she, my Mason videos, all my videos and whatnot, she helps pull that content together from the NBA. So these Mellow joints are crispy, 1080p joints. They're not setting us down for this one, JL. This one's going.
Okay.
Sam is the plug, man. So
Sam's the wizard.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely appreciate Sam for holding us down with these. And yeah, man, definitely appreciate it. All right, I see some more callers on the switchboard. It seems like Steve, my fault. That was my fault, Steve. Definitely call back. That was our issue, not yours. I'm gonna disconnect the switchboard. I see Ari's on the line trying to get in. I'm gonna disconnect it and reconnect it. So I see Ari, I see Ron Cleveland. Hang tight. Let me hang up and then I'll call right back in. In the meantime, I'm gonna pull up another Twitter question for Jay Ellis and CK.
Do it.
Let me just pull this up. So to everybody in the chat, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's see. All right, fellas. Here's a doozy for you.
Uh-oh.
This one is coming in from Darryl Walsh, my guy Darryl Walsh from Ireland. He says, who would be your favorite player to draft and which players should we target in the offseason via free agency or trade? Favorite player to draft and give me your number one priority free agency or trade. Realistic.
Draft 2, are we being realistic with the draft knowing that we probably had the 6th pick?
You call that one. Who's your favorite prospect right now?
Oh, 6th pick?
Yeah, let's say we get the 6th pick.
I'll do that because my answer is gonna be Lamelo. So I'm gonna do that. We'll stay at the 6. We'll stay at the 6.
All right, so stay at the 6. You both are going Obi at 6.
Going Obi.
I'm going Killian.
You going Killian? Okay.
I'll go Killian at 6. Yeah. Okay. I don't think Obi will be there at 6.
You think he's gonna? You think he's gonna be gone?
I think Obi will get snatched up. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think his stock has been rising in this. There's not much else to see, but a lot of people been talking up Obi. I think his stock is rising, man. I think the Hawks might snatch it because the Hawks just all these reports coming out that they've been trying to get rid of John Collins. I think the Hawks might snatch him up at 4.
Really?
No.
You think they'll bail on John Collins so fast? Why do they want to get rid of him?
They already are. That's the report. They've already been looking for trades like that. So I feel like if they have the opportunity to get Obi, they might get him and snatch him up and move John Collins. I don't know why. I like John Collins. It's just that they've been having these talks since the trade deadline. I don't fully understand why. I don't know if there's something deeper. Yeah. But because of that, I believe that Obi gonna get snatched up sooner, man.
I'm just let's look at this top 10. Like, would Golden State wouldn't pick. Would they pick Obi?
Golden State, I think they go with James Wiseman.
Right. I'm saying, let's say if they had around 6. I'm looking at these teams that would potentially pick him. Would Golden State pick Obi?
Yeah, I think so.
Even with Draymond there at the 4, you think they would pick Obi to play him at the 5?
I think so.
Small ball 5?
They play the small ball anyway. I think
Draymond at the small ball 5, or Obi at the 4.
Probably Obi at the 5.
Okay. Cleveland, you would think they could potentially take him, get Tristan out of there finally.
Mm-hmm. They're already trying to, yeah.
Timberwolves have Cat.
Yeah,
I don't see that. Hawks, you think is a possibility. Now, Tankathon has Detroit taking Obi at 5. I think that's a possibility because Blake, maybe they cut ties with Blake.
And we don't even know what Detroit trying to do anyway. So, anybody makes sense for Detroit.
Yeah, anybody makes sense for Detroit.
I don't know what Detroit trying to do, man.
Maybe they call Charlie Villanueva and Ben Gordon, bring him out of retirement, rekindle some flames or something. Then you got us at 6, obviously a potential destination. Bulls at 7. Now, right now they have Lowry. Right now they have Wendell Carter. Would Obi be realistic for the Bulls? I'm not so sure.
I don't know.
And then you got.
But I mean, the Lowry marketing stuff, you don't know, man.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Maybe.
Yeah. They replacement.
Yeah, maybe.
You got Charlotte at 8. Who's there for right now? They got Zeller, the powerhouse front quarter, Cody Zeller, PJ Washington. Cody Zeller was a number 4 pick.
Zeller. He was, man. Michael.
Can't make it up. And then you got the Wizards at 9, who have what's my guy's name from? They got Hachimura from last year.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Obi goes down that far.
Yeah, so that's 9. So you're thinking Golden State could be a realistic possibility. Cleveland, Hawks, Detroit, Knicks.
Mm-hmm. If
you're going within the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think he fits in. I don't think he would go first, but I think all those things you just named. Yeah, I think I could see that.
And then give me a free agency and a trade priority. Where would you go?
Oh God.
Oh man, yeah.
Just an early one right now.
What's realistic?
That's what I'm right. That's what I'm
realistic.
Hey, listen, my pick is getting more and more realistic by the day.
My pipe dream is Ingram, so I don't know what that realistic is.
Bro. Preach.
Yeah, Ingram is definitely a pipe dream. Listen, my Joe Harris pick is not far fetched, man.
I'm with you on that. I'm all on that take, that CP take.
I'm telling you,
I'm with it.
With this coaching move that the Nets just made, first off, I'm dying to see KD and Kyrie trade Dinwiddie after he recruited them to Brooklyn. I would roll over.
Oh my gosh, that's getting a whole show.
Oh man, I would do a whole show on that.
Oh my
god, bro.
If they trade him, oh my god.
If they throw him overboard,
or if they trade him in Bitcoin for somebody else,
if they throw him overboard, oh my goodness.
Ship him and Karis LeVert, that would be insane, yo.
Yeah, because what they say now, the rumors are they're trying to get a third star.
Get a third, yes.
I see Beal. I see the Beal thing realistic, but you're going to have to part ways with a lot.
I see that blowing up, too.
Wizards are too unpredictable, man. I don't seem like they want to get rid of nobody.
True.
Just
And Beal too. He is way too loyal to that damn organization too, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I respect it, but I don't respect it because I'm
Yeah, but my guy will be Harris. Free agency would be Harris. Trade wise, I would have to look at it a little bit deeper. Trade wise, I'm trying to think. Marketing. I would say marketing. Trade wise.
Yeah. Okay.
I try to get marketing on the cheap. I'm trying to get some 3-point shooters in here.
Yeah, I co-signed the marketing trade.
Yeah. Kent Scott was good, Kent. All right, let's get to the back to the phones. Ron Cleveland in the building. Ron, how you feeling, man?
Man. CP. Hey, Elton. BK. I can't hear y'all, man, but hey, it's all good. You heard me? But, man, hey, I've been worried about y'all boys, man. Hey, them numbers don't look good where y'all at, man.
Nah.
We inside, bro.
we inside, bro. We inside.
Yo, let me let you know. This is my day. I wake up. I get overworked because my job hits me on email, tells me to do everything in the day.
Hey, man, bro, I hear you on that.
I don't know why they know I'm working at home to give me more work for some reason.
It's always how
crazy, right?
Put on my little scarf and get my groceries and come back
here. Today, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, fellas, y'all heard me?
Yeah, loud and clear, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, I just left my job today, man. I pulled out of there. I told them I'm out of there.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, they don't want to protect us, man. And we on the front line. I can't roll with that, man. Even when I was in the Army, at least I had a gun. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I feel you.
Yeah, but fellas, man, hey, when we think about Mellow, I'm going to tell y'all, the thing for me, my all-time Mellow moment is plain and simple. Mellow put us on his back when there ain't too many people wanted to come to New York. That is an all-time moment for me. We hadn't had nobody of that magnitude. When we got Stoudemire was pretty much damaged goods. He came to us. It was more or less on the contract. I got respect for Stoudemire. But Mello is the biggest thing that come to New York since we had Pat. Let's just be real. He was the biggest thing to come there. I got nothing but love and respect for Mello, man. And I want to touch on Leon Rose. Leon Rose about to tee me off, man. I don't want no parts in no Elton brand. If you're a novice front office man, if you're your first time being a president, you need to go get somebody established. And I saw it in the chat. Somebody said Daryl Morey. I don't care what they got to do.
No.
Throw the bag. Go get Daryl Morey. Go get somebody proven, man. Elton Brand ain't did nothing with the Sixers to show me that he's no good executive. So that's my take on it, man. Fellas, y'all stay safe. Much love to the Knicks family, man.
Appreciate it, Ron.
This thing need to help and get on out of here so we can get back to business. You heard me?
Appreciate it, man. Be safe out there, Ron. Be safe out there. On his Mellow comment, listen, I'm all with him. Mellow embraced it. Now, whether you want to say he took the money or he could have went to Chicago, yeah, all that is pretty much true. You could also say he took the money rather than waiting till the offseason to sign. All that is true as well. In terms of trading the trade to Denver, all that's true. But what you heard about him and what you saw about him was that he put himself first in terms of being held accountable. Shumpert said it as well on his interviews that he just did last week. Mello put it out there, man. He wanted to be the guy here, and win or lose, he stood tall, man. And that's what I give Mello credit for as well, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no arguments on that. Take it off.
Gotta respect that. Gotta respect the way he handled the media and just being a leader.
All the way to the end, too, man, when things were getting nasty, too, still.
Phil Jackson was out here wilding.
100%, man. 100%. So salute to Ron. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. A couple more super chats came in. Zilla ZGM, appreciate the super chat. And Danny Thomas sends us a super chat as well. I'm trying to find Danny's comment here. Give me a second. So to everybody,
I got it.
Okay, he says, get Cassius Stanley from Duke in the second round, a more powerful Latrell Sprewell. Trade for Jalika from Sacramento, can stretch the floor. Well, I guess if you can't get Bogdanovich, then, that would be a considerable option.
If we get a point, if we get Lamella or Killian Hayes with that 6th pick, I'm for this. I do like Cassius Stanley. I like that project. But if we get that point guard in the first and with our first pick, I'm not against that.
Not against that at all. Between the first round pick and 25, you want to be able to come out of this thing with your best player available.
Yeah.
A point guard, whether that's going to be the best player available or that's going to be at 25, and somebody that can space the floor. A shooter. I think those are the 3 that you want to come out of this draft with. And if you get your point guard first, you go with your floor spacer next, or a 3-and-D wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. But I think those are the 3 that you want to come out of the draft with for sure. And Stanley, definitely. I would definitely take him on this roster.
He'd be fun, man. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, man. All right, couple more calls before we wrap up. Let's go to Steve is back. So Steve, just I think the switchboard is having some issues. So Steve, if you can hear us, just go ahead and start talking. We can hear you loud and clear, man. Steve.
Hey, hi. God bless you for bringing us hope.
Thank you, man.
Hey, just wanted to talk about, I think you touched on it's a flawed draft. And one of the lessons we've learned over the last year or so is that we can attract through free agency great players that maybe we have to pay a tax and trade for it. We have all these draft picks. We have the Dallas picks, which aren't going to really be great picks. We have the Clippers pick this year, and we have the pick this year. Wouldn't you think about packaging him with a mediocre draft and try to 2 scenarios? One, try to get an elite player in their prime like a Bradley Beal, give up 3 number ones, meaning give up Dallas, give up the Clippers, give up this one, get a Bradley Beal, but give up a Randall and a DSJ to get them, or give up a pick or so to get more of an established player like a Dennis Schroeder or a Buddy Hield. I really feel that it's such a mediocre, but with the quarantine going on, I watched a lot of film. And I'm old school after watching all the film and the games. If we want a player that's going to make the players around them better, I think Tyrese Halliburton's the man. And the one other player I watched film that really enticed me was Kira Lewis. We don't have a speed guy on this team, and he'd really be a great changeup.
I agree with all your points, man. I think Lewis wouldn't be a bad pick. We have no speed or good athleticism on this team. So I think that would be a breath of fresh air. On his Halliburton topic, I think Halliburton would be a safe pick. I think Halliburton is a player that could, help as an additional facilitator, somebody that can bring you some more length and athleticism. No, length and wingspan on the defensive end.
Yeah.
So obviously you can space it. Good catch and shoot numbers from 3. It's just not the sexy pick that everybody's interested in.
Correct. That's the big thing.
Yeah, sometimes everyone wants the sexy guy, and this guy just does everything consistently well.
Yeah. And I think he will do that. I think he will do that in a backcourt with a more complimentary piece.
He shoots over 82% from the foul line. Yeah. 40% from 3.
He's efficient,
like
man.
you said, the 7-foot wingspan on D, and he makes the players around him better. It's about time we have a pass-first point guard rather than another ball hog. We already have Randall hogging the ball. We don't need somebody else hogging it.
Well, we got a pass-first point guard. What's wrong with Frank, man? Are you not in the Frank hive, Steve?
Silence.
That's all she wrote, man. Appreciate the call, Steve. No, I think the switchboard is having some issues, so he probably couldn't. He probably couldn't hear us.
That was timed perfectly.
But on his last topic, in terms of trading, like again, for me, a Beal trade for me is not the move that you make just yet, because it's gonna cost you more. And for the return of what he's going to give you, he's going to light it up every night, just like he's doing for the Wizards. But you don't have enough pieces to really make it worth your while. And if you're going to give up most of your draft capital, then what are you really going to bring in to build with a Bradley Beal? Now, if you're talking about a cheaper deal for a Schroeder or maybe a Buddy Hield, Yeah, maybe you go that route if you don't get the point guard that you wanted in the draft.
Yeah, how much is Hill's contract? I actually like Buddy Hill's game a lot.
Yeah,
but
he's making quite a bit.
I
gotta look it up. I'm looking it up right now
because they just paid him.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Pressured him into it.
Paid him, and then they beefed with him right after they paid him. So that Buddy Hield Bogdanovich conversation is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Who will shake loose?
Yeah, because I feel like one of them has to shake loose because of what was happening in Sacramento.
I'd be so surprised if both of them came back. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. But so he mentioned Halliburton and Lewis. He's a Halliburton and Lewis guy. I know we got some Lewis guys in the chat as well. So I think we got to do a Lewis draft show, Jails. I think we got to do a Kyra Lewis showcase. Talk about him. Naismith, talk about some shooters as well.
If we go the
Kentucky guys,
if we go the Jay Ellis route and we do get and like say he does drop down to 6 and we get Toppin, then for sure, I think that'd be the pairing. I would be cool with that. Get Toppin at 6, and then because I think Kyra Lewis is going to be in those 20s, so I think that'd be dope with that 25th to get Kyra Lewis. I think that'd be a nice haul in the draft.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Ari, you're up next, man. Go ahead and start talking.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
How you feeling, bro?
All right.
I'm good. Yo, CP, you forgot to say April Fools after that Frank nonsense, by the way. I don't know what the hell that
was. You know what it is, man? Because of the times, it's like I haven't really been on that April Fool's jive, but yeah, I hear you.
No, it's all good. I'm losing my mind, but whatever, it's fine. But what was I gonna say? Regarding the draft, obviously, I think Lamella Ball is the pick. But again, because we don't have March Madness, and they're not going to be doing the combine and things like that, it's pretty much a crapshoot, honestly. So there's no real point in overanalyzing it because we just don't have enough data on it. So personally, me, I take LaMelo Ball, and if LaMelo is not available, I take the smartest point guard. At least I need some more basketball IQ on this team. You know what I mean? So, if we're going to lose, at least let's lose in a smart way, not a stupid way like we always lose, right? So that's where I'm at with the draft, right?
Yeah.
With regards to Carmelo, I agree with what Ron Cleveland said. It's just like we make fun of like Kevin Durant and Kyrie for not picking us, and like a lot of people, and I've
Oh man,
that's a good point though.
Ari, you got to talk up, man.
Wanted the pressure, and that's probably my favorite Mellow moment.
No, you repeat that one because you were kind of fading
again?
out. Repeat your Mellow moment because your audio is fading out.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is my favorite Mellow moment is when a lot of people don't want the pressure, and Mellow wanted the pressure, and I think you have to respect the man who wants to take on a challenge, who doesn't need to take on a challenge. And I think the way he handled the Phil Jackson situation and, all that drama that was going on with that, I think he's a class act, and I think he's underappreciated. And I think, when Rich Kleiman goes on, Hot 97 and says the Knicks fans bring bad energy into the building, a lot of them are Mellow hater fans because you finally got a superstar who wants to come to New York. And you treat him like that, just the same way we treated Patrick Ewing. So, that's probably my favorite Mellow moment. An underrated Mellow moment is when he wanted to fight Kevin Garnett in the parking lot.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
I think that was super underrated. A lot of people are scared of Kevin Garnett. And, just to see him step up and, that was a moment that I enjoyed, obviously. And with the 62-point game, people forget there was 7.5 minutes left in that game, and that guy was not missing anything. He hit a half-court shot at the buzzer from halftime. I think he could have gone for 80, dude. That was one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen. So, that's also on my list. And just the last thing I want to say real quick, with the GM search, here's where my head is at. First of all, I think that's the biggest decision that we have to make, more than the draft, more than free agency. I think that's the number one priority decision to get a good GM. And I think we have to really pick the right guy because we don't want Steve Mills coming back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what I think is, you know, we have Leon Rose who has connections. You know, we have Steve Stout who has connections. You know, we have all the swag and image that we need. I think the front office, we need a nerd. Like, we need like a guy from MIT with like a mathematics degree in math or something like that, and just who's a capologist, who's like bald with glasses and just like, you know, who's just gonna focus on his job and not talk. You know what I mean? And like lock him in a room or something like that. And, you know, I think that's what we do, you know, in any business. Yeah. You have the business guy on top, and then you have like the Harvard grad doing all the work. I don't see why we can't do the same thing with that. So that's just my take, and you know, this is the most fun I've had in the past 3 weeks. So thank you for thank you for the show, and keep the content going. And guys, stay safe. All right.
Appreciate it, Ari, man.
You too, man. Back at you.
Safe out there, man. Well, listen, they are looking for a capologist, so he is looking at the guy from Cleveland. I'm gonna find his name. Not that many people would know him, but yeah, they are looking into a capologist. So yeah. So Ari's
a capologist.
Say that again.
We have a capologist?
Probably
not.
We
don't have very much right now, Jails.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's wishful thinking, man.
I don't know. Who's got the calculator upstairs in the front office?
I used to call JB from Knicks Film School.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Knicks
right.
Maybe it is JB, man.
Right.
Remember we used to have him on to break down the cap, man.
Yeah, we did.
We definitely did. And then on Ari's point on the Honey Nut Cheerios thing, it's funny because in an interview that Shumpert did, he claims that's not what KG said to him. I don't know why he would lie, but he claims that's not what was said. He said it was something really bad, though. That's what he's clearly. I mean, if Melo went to the parking lot and went after him, but he said it wasn't that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the book to come out in 20 years.
Oh, man. I'm ready.
Yeah, he said it. He said it wasn't that, so I don't know what it was. I don't know.
It was still disrespectful.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Michael Parker sends us a super chat.
Yep.
Salute to Michael Parker, #1 fan of the show. He says salute to everyone. Everybody be safe. Michael Parker, definitely be safe. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. All right, last call of the night, fellas. We're going to go to Jay from Florida. We want to talk draft and free agency. Jay, how you feeling, man?
What's up, bro? I'm back again, man. I heard Halliburton's name on air again, and I'm anti-Halliburton. Okay, I can't tolerate him as a pick. Right? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, Jay. Loud and clear. But Jay, it's a possibility, man. It's a realistic possibility, bro.
I'm from Tampa, bro, and you know, Knox is from Tampa. You see how Knox struggles with playing in MSG? We can't get these little small town kids to come play in the biggest arena in the world, right? We need Cole Anthony. We need Inefficient. We need Chuckers. We need to sell jerseys. I don't care about making the right play. I need somebody that scores 40 a night. All right, I'm bored. Halliburton is boring, bro. He's going to be like a deer in headlights in Madison Square Garden. I love all Knicks fans, but he cannot be the pick. Obi, Cole, or Lamella, or Anthony Edwards, or bust, bro. That's it. That's it.
I'm bored.
No more Halliburton. No more Halliburton.
All right, no doubt, Jay. What else you got, bro?
That's it, man. I just heard his name. I was in the fan bar. I was just watching the show and chill tonight, but I heard Halliburton again, bro. And I had to call in and say, no Halliburton. Oh, I have one more thing. Elton Brand, bro. Elton Brand would be terrible as a GM, bro. Terrible. Terrible. I was looking at free agents. We have Montrezl Harrell we could sign. Otto Porter from Chicago, I think he plays now. You got a couple cats that we can sign. Jeremy Grant from Denver, right? So we could get the front line rounded out. We could get some guards, man. The draft has to be guards. I agree with the Kira Lewis pick, but no Halliburton, bro. No Halliburton. That's it. No Halliburton. Mellow, Cole, or bust. Look at him, bro. Look at him. Look at him. All right, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Y'all stay safe, bro.
All right, bro. Yo, Jay's hilarious, man. Caller of the night for sure. Keith Sinclair says Jay's the caller of the night, man. Hey, he kept it a buck. He said he wants some chuckers, man. He wants some action.
He did. I'm bored.
He said
he said I'm bored. That is comedy. I was waiting for look at him from last week, yo. That had me rolling. Yeah, look at him. Look at that. What is that?
You know what it is? You know, I don't think he likes him. No, I don't think he likes them. It's his shorts, man. It's his shorts. I think it's because he feels like his shorts. Have you noticed the shorts are a little higher than everybody else's?
Yeah, a little short.
Yeah, I think if he just ordered shorts that were like above
fit,
he would like them a little bit more. Like he got the Walt Frazier shorts.
Oh, that's comedy. Yo.
But he's the only one on the team with them.
I think he's a safe pick.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not the flash that you're gonna be looking for, but if he can get the job done, that's all we're looking for, man.
Yeah, at least
shoot the three when we need it. Play some defense.
Yeah,
move the ball,
move the ball,
move the ball,
and let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm still on the on board. The pause before the on board was perfect, yo. Need some chuckers. I'm bored.
Oh my god, man.
Oh man, that's good.
All right, one more call. Let's go to Justin. Justin, how you feeling, man?
Yo, what's going on?
How you feeling,
bro? This is actually Nick's feed from Instagram.
Oh, what up, man?
Oh,
Nick's feed.
What's up?
What's good, bro?
Nick's feed.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, man?
What up?
I just wanted to talk about the draft.
Yeah.
Because if you know me from Instagram, I'm a huge fan of Cole
you
Anthony,
in it.
Which I know most people aren't.
So tell them why they're wrong, man. Tell them why they're wrong. Sell us on Cole Anthony.
I think he's number one. He's number one for me, right in front of Anthony Edwards right now, because I think he's like great at everything. Even though like in UNC he wasn't that efficient, he's a quick point guard. He can shoot. He's a great shot creator, great ball handler. He can finish the ball, great defender, and he's a decent passer. But in UNC, there wasn't that much spacing, so it was pretty hard for him to actually make an impact. So that's why I think he's number one for me.
Okay, all right, interesting. Yeah, I think that's part of the issue, man. Is that number one, this UNC team stunk. They wasn't this the proper offense for him? No, they didn't space it for him. No, they had no shooters around him. He himself got hurt. The meniscus tear. He had the eye injury. Didn't shoot it all that well. It was hard to really gauge, man. Can he be an efficient shooter and not a chuck like Jake from Florida once?
That is the question.
Yeah, it's pretty much just that and his shot IQ, pretty much.
Right. The shot
selection. That's all I have to. That's all it's like negatives.
Exactly.
But the other point guards I like Cole. I like Killian, and then I like Lamella. Those are my top 2 point guards.
Okay.
Right now.
All right. Cool, man. Cool. All Knicks feed in the building.
That's hearing the voice. Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro. Good stuff, man.
All right. Just had to call in.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for supporting us.
All right.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir. That was Nick's feed. So he says it's Cole is his guy.
Yeah,
man.
It's just Cole is his guy, man.
I think, I do agree with his initial statement on the whole UNC thing. When he announced it, I didn't understand why. That made no sense for him. And then, unfortunately, it all played out exactly.
Do you know what his options were? I didn't see what other schools.
He had a lot. I don't know exactly, but he had a lot. He was a lot of schools wanted him, and I never understood why UNC, because UNC is not as historic as that school is. They've never been really great with NBA talent, and you saw a guy that was just explosive at the high school level just shell up and obviously he had injuries and stuff like that. He just didn't look like the same kind of player, and I feel like that's what's ultimately going to hurt his draft stock. But I don't think Nick's fees off. I think he might get drafted lower, but he's going to end up being a lot better in the position he's drafted. So that's why I think it might be something that we should still consider at 6.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's my number one. I don't know if he's my number one point guard, but I have him right behind Killian for sure.
I need shot IQ at the point guard. Right.
I hear you. Yeah, and you're right.
I need a guard who can know when to pass and shoot.
But I feel like the decision making thing will come with experience, man. You know what I mean? Experience in coaching can didn't really help JR. But I mean, I gotta think, this kid.
Man, come on, leave Earl alone.
Earl's my guy. I'm Earl gang, you know it. But it's like, damn, like you sitting there, huh?
Man, I had love-hate with JR. That's
yeah, that's me too, man. That's me too.
I had love-hate. Like, I loved him when he was here, but that comment he made after he got traded pissed me off.
Right.
Like, he pretty much said he was too lit for New York. Before
he was.
Before
he said he was.
He was. Before Homeboy said it, he said it first, but he just said it differently. He was after he said that, I was just like, yo, I'm done, because he had all the talent in the world to really do something. I feel like that's JL's.
I hate it. But good show, fellas.
Fun, man.
Another good one. We took some good questions, good conversation from the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. We covered our Mellow moments. That was a good one, man. Good stuff to pass the time in these days. You know what I mean? So, CK, go ahead and sign out, bro.
Oh man, same as always, man. Appreciate all the support from all you guys. And exactly like CP just said, in these times where there's not much sports going on, but we're here still talking and loving this team that has been giving us headaches for the last few years. Shout out to everybody in the chat that is not only a supporter of myself, that is a supporter of this channel, supporter of JL, a supporter of all of us, supporter of the community. You guys know where to find me, CK2K everywhere. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, my dude. JL, go ahead and close it out, man.
Yeah, man, you know the vibes, man. Here, youtube.com/TicketTimeShow, soundcloud.com/TicketTimeShow. All the old episodes are still up there. We haven't put a new episode up in a long time, but we working. We try and work on some things. So hang tight. The streets. And definitely check out the blog at NickTimeShow.com to watch my guy Ken write some new stuff usually every week. So check for that stuff as well. That's all. Back to you, CP.
All right. Appreciate you guys, man. And salute to everybody that tuned in, man. We had over 300, close to 400 on YouTube. Salute to everybody that watched us on Facebook. Remember, the show's available in audio podcast format, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Amazon, Alexa, and Stitcher. So you can always catch us, man, whether it's video, whether it's audio. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Never forget it. Join this conversation after the show. We have a Twitter DM group going, and we have a Discord group. The links to everything will be in the chat or in the video description. All the links to everything is in the video description as well. And if you guys want to join the Twitter DM group, all you got to do is share this video on Twitter with the hashtag PostGameNYK, and we'll put you in the private DM group to chat with us after the show. And into the coming days, man. But we definitely appreciate it. Once again, remember, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. And sharing these videos, like I said, is very important, man. Very important to continue to promote, to support us. And sharing these videos goes a long way, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, text message, email, whatever it is. Send this show to somebody, a fellow Knicks fan, fellow basketball fan. And yeah, man, we'll have an even better show the next time. So, all right, folks. You guys be safe out there. CK, I'm about to go look up some haircut DIY tips on YouTube.
Yeah, baby. YouTube, it's a little easier than you think, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to. I might have to experiment a little bit, but we'll see, man.
Some mirrors on it and the guard.
Right. Yeah. And patience and prayer.
Yeah, says the guy with the dreads.
Right. Just grow it out and twist it. That's it.
That's right?
Another way too. That's true.
Grow it out and twist it. That's it.
Simple play, man. All right, fellas. Good show, man. I'll catch up with you guys, man.
All right.
Peace.
You be already.